Okay, so this is the homework assignment. It's called homework assignment IP, IP Classful homework assignment, right? So let's just click begin. And just like your previous homework assignment, first one, okay, let's just do a couple of homework assignment, right? And question number one, and you're supposed to say, if this is the this is given, right? So you have to say whether this is class A, B, or C. And so look at this example. So this EG means, for example, you're supposed to write either A, B, or C, and nothing else. So don't say, please, my answer is class C. Okay, don't do this. Just type A or B, right? Or C. And for difference of the mask, and here look at the example. E.g., for example, you are supposed to, your answer should be this format. So 255.255.255.0 or something like that. Okay? Just and your answer only and nothing else. And for the network address, it's like 128.0.0, some kind of IP address. So here's the example. Okay? Don't put anything like is my address, right? Please don't. Just your address. Okay? So let's just do a question number 2 with you. So for this one is what? Any volunteer?
Class C.
Class C, thank you. Because this is 211 is greater than 192, or like 191, right? So it's this class C. And anyone, what is the difference of the mask for the class C? Any volunteer?
255.00.
255, and then one more 255, right? So 255.255.255.0. Okay, so what about the network address? Any volunteer? Abdullah or Christina?
Can I try?
Yes.
211.34.34.0.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so that's your homework assignment. It's easy, right? Okay, so and then there's a question number 5. Okay, I think you can finish all 4 questions. And let's look at the question number 5. And fill out the blank spaces below, right? Assume that all the IP addresses used in these homework assignments are what? They are all classful. Okay? So for the part A, so by the way, there's part A, this is given. Okay? Then you have to give me, what is the default subnet mask? What is the network address? And what is the broadcast address? And what is the first usable host IP address? And what is the last usable host IP address? Right? And what is the total number of usable host IP addresses? See the next multiple choice question. So this part A and this part A, they are connected. This is one problem. Okay? And if you look at the problem 7, it's a part B, right? This problem and this problem are connected. And the last one is part C. And the part C, the question number 9 and question number 10, they are related. It's basically one problem. And then there's a question number 11. This is separate. Okay, this is like one separate problem. Okay, now let's take a look at the problem number, which number? Okay, so let's look at the problem 9. Okay. This is given, and then the default subnet mask is this is, by the way, this is class C, right? So for the class C, the default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, right? And etc. I think you can do it. And so this is your homework assignment. Okay, by the way, For the question, okay, let's look at the question number 6, and which is continuation of the question number 5. So this is the continuation of the previous problem, which is part A, right? So the total number of usable host IP addresses, you have to do a multiple choice, right? So the first one means what? 2 to the 8, 2 to the power of 8 minus 2. So you have to select, right? Okay, now I want to talk about the last usable host IP address, since I didn't really use this. So go back to our example, okay? So here is a tip. So when you take a Cisco CCNA exam or a Network Plus exam, I don't think it's Network Plus, but Cisco CCNA. If the problem, right? If problem asks you to find the last usable host IP address, last, right? What is the best way? The best way is first find what? Broadcast address. And then subtract 1 from the broadcast address. So that's the best way to find the last usable host IP address. So let's take a look at this example. Okay, so for the class A, I'm asking you for the what? Last usable host IP address, right? So the IP address, this one. So this one is what? Last usable. So the tip is always what? Find the broadcast address first, and you subtract 1 from the broadcast address. So what is the last usable? 20.255.255. What? Any volunteer? Cornell? 254. Thank you very much. It's 254. And let's take a look at the class B. So we know that this is broadcast address, right? So when I ask you to find the last usable, you always your first task is what? Your first step is to find the broadcast address and then minus 1. So in this case, so I know that this is going to be my last usable host IP address. Last usable, right? Host IP address. So when I subtract 1 from the broadcast, 191.4. Right? What is it? 255. What? Any volunteer? 254. And then same thing, similarly. So we know that this is the last usable. So 192.168.1.254, and that's the last usable. Okay, last usable host IP address. Okay, so any question? Okay, by the way, let's take a look at the last problem before I'm almost done. So let's take a look at the last problem. Okay, so last problem is interesting one. So this is network given. This is address given. By the way, this is a little bit a challenging problem. There's 10 points. Okay, and this is subnet mask. And just basically you have a 50-50 chance because it's a true-false questions. And let's say this is the so basically I'm saying that 112.0.1.3 is an usable host IP address. Oops, sorry, I forgot to put the host, but so is a usable host IP address. I think it's IP address for the 259th host. Is it true? Or false? So for example, in the homework assignment, basically what is given is 112.0.0.0, right? So this is given. So this is like network address, by the way. So I know that this is network address, which is address for this guy, local area network. And then I said that so this is like a switch, the shared medium. So I have a lot of hosts, right? So somewhere in the middle, okay, by the way, this is like my first usable host address, right? And then after this, I'm gonna have what? The second, right? And then etc. And somewhere here, I'll have what? 259th host. So I'm asking the 12.0.1.3, is this the IP address for this guy? 259th, the host. Is it yes or no, basically? So that's the that's a problem that you have to just think a little bit. I think you can get the answer. Okay. Okay. So I'm done. So any question? Okay. I'd like to then I'm gonna stop recording.